Hello, all you cool cats and kittens. I hate that she says that. See who all pops in. How you guys doing? We're going to talk about Tiger King. I love that series. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I loved it. It was funny to me. Hi, Mom. How did you like Tiger King? I think Tiger King was crazy. I loved it, though. I definitely think there's going to be more stuff that comes from that series. It's going to be interesting what else comes about that case. Carol Baskin definitely killed her husband. Nobody can tell me otherwise. She just says the weirdest things. That's crazy. I loved it. It was crazy. I feel like there is going to be some more on the lady. Because, I mean, like, since it went all viral and everything on social media, like, they're actually digging back up the case and everything. And I guess, like, there's been quite a few, like, calls and tips apparently. But they're looking for, like, more concrete. I don't know. She's just, like, she's very suspicious. And, like, it's also the fact that, like, when they showed the earlier, like news articles and her, like, talking about it, she was, like, very nonchalant, giggled a lot. There was, like, one where she was crying in, but, like, to me, it wasn't really crying. It was, like, more so fake crying than anything. I don't know. I think it's bullshit. It's definitely some things that they're not talking about with that case. Who knows? Maybe more will come up about it. Joe is an interesting character. And everybody likes him. And I like him too, but he still did some, like, really shisty stuff too. So, like, Joe's not all completely good. Like, there's things that they didn't talk about in the Netflix series. I guess, like, his niece is talking about it or something I've seen. Talking about, like, the things that he's done and stuff. Honestly, nobody in that freaking series was all good. Every single one of them had done something in the past. I, like, really just couldn't stand Carol, though, because, like, she's mad at Joe and sitting here arguing with Joe about things. But she did the same shit. Like, she was getting money from, having all those people go on to tours and check out her little sanctuary. And then she also wasn't, like, she solely ran on volunteers. So think about how much money she was getting because she didn't have to pay anybody to do shit. And then, like, of course, she does have the millions from her husband who died. I just thought it was all very suspicious, especially when, like, the lawyer had said, like, in his will or something like that, it said, like, in the case of a death or disappearance. Nobody puts that. Like, I don't know. Oh, yeah, Joe is definitely sneaky. They were all sneaky. Carol included. All of them. Oh, yeah, she definitely had money from the husband. It's just all. And, like, people, they're, like, petitioning to get Joe out. And I'm like, Joe did some bad things to the animals, though, too. It was definitely an interesting series. I can definitely see there being more on it. I gotta say, Joe's, yeah, it's in the paper. It's when the Don who disappeared, he put disappears. Like, who puts that in their will? Like, I've never heard of anybody putting that in their will. And the lawyer thought it was weird too. And then also the what was it, the restraining order that never went through? Yeah, right? It's just, all that show is just freaking crazy. I gotta say, though, Joe's little country songs, they're a little catchy. They're a little catchy. But it's interesting, though, he actually didn't sing all of those. There's actually somebody else who sang those. Like, his voice is in, like, a couple of the songs, but, like, not a lot. It's, like, thundering outside. Hopefully it rains really bad. I love when it rains. But yeah, Tiger King, that was just one thing after another on that. And then there was The Freaks. The Freaks was really good. The little girl pissed me off. She made me mad so many times. Like, she just didn't listen, and, like, she didn't understand that, like, her dad was trying to keep her safe. She just wanted to go outside and get fucking ice cream. And I'm like, stop being a brat. No. I could not stand her. Like, it got to a point where it was after she had yelled at him to go to sleep, and he fell asleep. And so she takes, like, the $100 bill, and she's, like, walking outside to go get ice cream. And she just made me so mad, because I was just, you don't listen. Like, I literally stopped the movie, and I shut down Netflix, because I was tired of it. And I was like, nope. And then I started rewatching it again, and it was really good. I'm glad that they rescued the mom. And I'm glad that they resolved the issue with the family across the street. that part was wicked, where she, like, brings the image into her house of what's happening across the street with the neighbor and the cop, and, like, freaking, like, ends up getting the neighbor killed. I was like, that's crazy. The forest was pretty good. It was creepy. I didn't expect the twin to be found, honestly. And I also didn't expect her to end up, like, dying in the forest. That was interesting. But it wasn't too scary. Like, I could tell that the guy that she was with that ended up staying in the forest with her, I could tell that he wasn't bad. It was just the forest playing tricks on her. Yeah, it was really wicked. Because, like, the forest just kept telling her, like, oh, he's a bad man, he's a bad man. I don't think he was really honestly bad. Because, like, if he wanted to kill her, he would have had a chance to do it. And it's like, he was trying to save her. And then she ended up, like, killing him. And I was like, when it got to that point, I was like, you're going to be trapped in the forest. Like, I just kind of felt like because she killed someone else, she was just going to end up trapped in there and just end up going crazy. I don't understand why the twin sister was in the forest in the first place. Like, I don't know if, like, I know that they talked about her being, like, suicidal in the past, like, 2 times or something. But I don't know. It was just weird. Like, be interesting to go and visit, but at the same time, I don't know if I would. I don't know. Not if it's really like that. The Gift, that was pretty good. I liked The Gift. The dude was psychotic. He's a psychopath, definitely. But, like, I mean, the husband wasn't the greatest either, especially when, like, they started pulling up dirt on the husband. I was like, oh, so you're not. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, like, the husband, he definitely was a bully, just like his wife had said. I'm very curious, though, on, I wonder if the baby was the husband's or the psychopath. Because, like, it plays with that idea, but it doesn't, like, really tell you. But he was definitely weird. He was like a stage 5 clinger, dropping off gifts at their door. The freaking koi fish and the fish food, and always buying them stuff. He was weird. Red flags. The Carriers. I kind of like The Carriers. I feel like I've seen it years ago. So it was pretty much just like a rewatch of it. Yeah, the guy was creepy. Like, I don't know. I think they were very naive to think that they weren't going to catch the virus. And especially with, like, the brother, I think his name, maybe it was Danny, I think. The older brother, where he was talking about he had buried the bodies, like, when I guess it first started. And he's like, if, like, talking about being chosen, because even though he was burying all of those bodies, he wasn't catching what they were having. And then he ended up getting it, and I was like, yeah, you're kind of naive to think that you were chosen, that you wouldn't get it. I understand why they left the father and the girl, but I still think it's sad. Like, it's pretty sad, but I mean, like, I understand where they're coming from, because it's kind of like you don't want to get infected. Ooh, excuse me. The dad definitely knew that they were going to end up driving off on him, which was sad, because then he's just stuck out there with his daughter. And I feel like if they would have revisited the dad and the daughter, I guarantee you the dad probably bought the daughter in there, and they probably died like the doctor was doing to those little kids. Because you got to think about it, the dad would have got it anyways, because he was in that close area with his daughter and everything like that. I didn't expect them to kick one of the girlfriends out. I thought they would just, like, suck it up. And then when he was like, get out, I was like, oh man. And then, like, just drove away from her. I was like, that's sad. They, like, literally dropped her off at a gas station, gave her a couple of supplies, and was like, bye, see you later. And, like, I understand there's a close town, but it's like, now she's gonna die, not knowing anybody really around her, not being around anybody that she knows. That'd be a horrible way to die. Horrible. The ending, though, like, I think that if they were to do, like, a number 2, or if they extended it longer. Oh yeah, it was. But, like, I don't know, I just don't think that in reality the other 2 who ended up surviving towards the end logically wouldn't have happened, because they were in close proximity with all of them. Like, sooner or later it would end up catching up to you. And honestly, like, if everyone's getting knocked out by this disease, fuck it, I would want to too. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I would want to be one of the last few people on the earth. Because, like, you got to think about how many people did not survive. They didn't have supplies and stuff. Like, the radio person who was like, yeah, I have no more generator left, so this is going to be, like, my last song. Last time you guys were hearing from me. It doesn't make me think that really everybody was going to survive that. It was just going to, like, wipe out existence. Especially since it was spreading so quick. The symptoms were very fast, and they had no vaccination for it. I don't know. It was an interesting one. 6 Underground. I loved 6 Underground. One reason why was because I had Ryan Reynolds in it. And I love Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, but, like, you gotta think about it. They were having such a hard time finding gas. So it was kind of like, it'd be like they would have to, like, radio off and be like, hey, who are all the non-infected people? And then you guys could meet up. But it's like everybody was running out of gas. Because I don't think they really had any gas left after getting to the beach. So it's like you got to walk places after that. I don't know. It's just very unrealistic. Really crazy. But 6 Underground, I liked 6 Underground. Love Ryan Reynolds. It was funny. It was definitely crazy. Like, I've never seen a movie like that before. But I mean, with Ryan Reynolds, you just got to expect the crazy stuff to happen. I was sad when the one character had died. in the first, like, literally, like, 20 minutes. I liked Six Underground. I don't know, I like action movies, and I like how they combined comedy into it and made it still somewhat funny. I don't know, I really enjoyed it. The scenes were definitely wicked with them, like, doing all types of stuff. I thought 4 was gonna die, and I was gonna be really sad if 4 died. 4 is the one who just, like, kept constantly getting like, getting stuck and everything. The one who did, like, all the, like, the Skywalker crap or whatever. I was like, no, don't leave him behind. And then, they didn't leave him behind, and then they're on the boat and he's, like, getting his ass kicked, and I was like, man, he's gonna die. Please don't let him die. It'd be very interesting if they did, like, a number 2. I would definitely watch another movie of them doing some more, like, spy crap and killing people. But I don't know, like, the ending kind of makes me think that they all went their separate ways and back into the world. Especially with him, like, he kept looking at, like, I guess that was, like, his ex-wife and his kid. I don't even know if they got married or not. But I don't know. I don't remember when that movie came out, so I could always Google it and see if they're going to do a number 2 to it. But I really enjoyed it. Let's see. So I haven't really looked for any other movies. I did have one recommendation, so I'm going to add that to the list. So let's see. We have Kingdom. I haven't started watching that. I believe it is in a different language. I'm not 100% sure. I just heard that it was really good. So I'll start watching that. And then there's The Sinner, which is like a crime TV drama. The Valhalla Murders, The Haunting of Hill House, Room, The Occupant, The Trials of Gabriel Fernandez, As Above, So Below. And then I had a recommendation for Ozark, which is a TV show. So I'll add that to the list, and I actually just got a text message for another one. So another movie that we'll add to the list is called Coffee and Kareem. I add that onto there. So if you have any recommendations on anything you guys want to talk about or have us watch that's on Netflix, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section and we can talk about that. We'll go ahead and click off and watch some more Netflix because I pretty much slept all day. So I'll watch some Netflix. But yeah, it was nice talking to everybody. Make sure you like and leave a comment on any TV shows or movies that are on Netflix. You can also do Hulu or Amazon Prime. Bye, you guys. Have a good night.